So now we're looking, or I'm looking right here at XRP's 6 hour price chart, right? The first thing that I kind of like notice here is that XRP seems to be forming this kind of like symmetrical triangle, which you right now can see the same type of technical formation develop around multiple altcoins, including Dogecoin and many others. But right now for XRP, what I'm basically looking is you know, I'm kind of like forecasting that this cryptocurrency is about to experience a spike in volatility, and that will potentially lead to a 30% price move, right? I mean, the key levels that I'm looking at, I mean, if I was if I was to kind of like target higher highs, right, is basically the 1.28 resistance level, a clean cut of that level, and basically, any 6 hour candlestick close above it will kind of like signal that XRP will rise towards $1.68, right? But on the other hand, if there is a spike in sell orders around the current price levels, what we could have instead, right, is XRP kind of like breaking below the 1.22 support level, which could potentially lead to a 30% downswing or correction towards kind of like 80 cents. From a from an on-chain perspective, I do see that kind of like the whales, those whales holding 1 million and above or more coins, have been kind of like accumulating on this recent run up, right? I mean, the only point of concern that I can see here is that basically, the 365 NVRV ratio is currently sitting at a 73% profits. So basically, all of those addresses that kind of like acquire XRP in the last 365 days right now are sitting at an average profit of 73%. So it does seem that like a spike in profit taking is underway, but to be certain of that, we'll have to like wait for a clean cut of that support level at 1.22 cents, right? Another thing that I'm looking at from an on-chain perspective is that recently we saw a spike in the number of all XRP tokens, kind of like in the number of all XRP tokens, right? So basically, usually whenever you see this spike in this indicator is called age consumed by sentiment, you kind of like see a correction right after, right? I mean, if we look back in the beginning of the month, right, at the beginning of August, there was a significant spike in this age consumed, right, basically in idle tokens being moved around, which led to a short-term correction before higher highs, right? Kind of like in the beginning of July, in July 6th, a similar price action took place after there was an increase in the number of idle tokens kind of like exchanging hands, which led to a correction that saw XRP dive from 67 cents all the way down to around basically 61 cents, right? Similar price action happened in July 1st, right, where we saw a spike in idle coins that basically saw XRP dive from 67 cents, sorry, to towards 65 cents. And the same repeated in June, the beginning of June, which the moment that a lot of idle tokens started exchanging hands, right, basically it marked the beginning of a steep correction, which in this case, it was basically from $1 all the way down to like 58 cents, right? So right now, over the past 24 hours, we have seen an increase in the number of idle tokens being moved. Of course, right, in the past 24 hours, XRP has also gone down basically from kind of like, from 1.30 cents to basically 1.23. I mean, it's a small correction, but based on the price action that we have seen before, whenever this happens, it does seem like a deeper correction tends to take place after, idle tokens start exchanging hands, right? So as of right now, I will pay close attention to that support level at basically 1.22 cents, since any, 6-hour candlestick close below it could lead to a 30% correction towards kind of like 80 cents based on this symmetrical triangle pattern. That's what I'm seeing from both a technical and an on-chain perspective. Maybe you, Akash, are looking at something different.
Yeah. So I've been sticking to this pattern for a while now, the ascending parallel channel. And it's been holding up pretty good, right? Like, so when I first started this, I kind of marked, 1 second, let me just take these off so it's clear. Right, so XRP was somewhere around here when I first created this chart, and I expected like 300% upswing to an all-time high of 3.31. And I marked out these 3 hurdles, right? Resistance, except it already flipped this first hurdle, and it was 1.09 and 1.7, and then finally the all-time high. So far, it's been reacting very perfectly to it. It swept above the second hurdle, retested the middle line of the parallel channel, rejected by it, and then now it's finding support. And if you look closely, even the bodies of the candle have stayed above the support level, right, which is a good sign. And what's happening now is like it's consolidating, and if you look at the 1.26 level, which coincides with this particular swing over here, right? 1.26, 1.25 level. It's kind of a little more clear on the daily time frame. Right. So roughly somewhere around here, 1.24, 1.25 level is where the 1.26 level was kind of formed. And now recently when XRP moved above it, it kind of formed like a base before it actually went down here, right? So again, like I mentioned, for Bitcoin and Ethereum, there is a decent amount of fair value gap present here. So which kind of puts it very close to the third hurdle, which comes around the 1.70 level. This consolidation, what it seems to me, is like a build-up phase, and XRP has kind of been factored into this rebel coin category, where it kind of is correlated with a lot of the altcoins like Bitcoins out there, but not correlated as much as a lot of altcoins are there. Like what Cardano is doing right now. Imagine Cardano to an extreme, and XRP kind of comes a little below it, right? So that's what's happening with XRP, according to me. So what can you expect from XRP is like a retracement down to probably 1.13, 1.09 at the most, which is like the second hurdle, and then a rebound, a strong rebound, which if that strong rebound kind of clears the 1.26 level, I'm expecting a straight shot up to 1.60, and probably a retest of 1.70, kind of like what happened with the VIX over here. So something similar. If I were to outline it, it would look something like this. And then a little bit of consolidation here because it coincides with the middle line of the parallel channel, and then a wick up to the third hurdle. This is what I'm looking at for XRP, which roughly comes up to a 50% upswing for XRP right now. Which is, yeah, this is what I'm looking at. I'm kind of fairly bullish on XRP. I thought I would say this, but yeah, I'm bullish on XRP.
So yeah, so basically, I mean, you believe that XRP will kind of like present a buying opportunity with a downswing towards 1.13 cents before, I mean, and after that happens, it will kind of like go up roughly 50% to target that 1.70 resistance level. Is that right?
Yep, perfect.
All right. Yeah, I mean, for me, I do believe that there is XRP's price action has been kind of like developing ever since the beginning of the month. I mean, a little bit like mid-July in kind of like symmetrical triangles. And right now, for me, it seems to be forming a symmetrical triangle. But everything depends on its ability to kind of like close about 1.28 cents or below 1.22. A move above it or below it will kind of like, for me at least, determine what XRP is heading next. If it closes above this price range at 1.28 cents, it will basically rise towards 1.70 as well. I agree with that. But I do believe that if XRP closes below 1.22 cents, then a steep correction is going to come basically to that support level that you have below the $1 demand zone, which is basically around 89 cents or so. But yeah, we'll have to like wait and see. I do believe that as XRP edges closer to the apex of the symmetrical triangle that I have drawn and explained before, it seems like a significant price movement is underway, and it could take place at any minute. So those who have been training XRP or for the XRP army, be aware that a significant price movement may come very soon. And for all of those who are kind of like watching this video in YouTube, make sure to subscribe to our channel, since we're constantly providing you with market updates about the cryptocurrency market.
Yeah. Also, another thing, Ali,